everyone, and welcome. I'm Marcie, Besecker, an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and I'm from Clovis, California. As you can probably tell, I am sick. Yay! I have a horrible, horrible cold. Oh, my chat disappeared. That was odd. My son got sick and had a head cold, and then my husband came home from a golf trip, and then he had a head cold. And so, yay me, now I have it. So, yay. So I canceled some appointments I had today and appointments I had tomorrow. And I had a dentist appointment tomorrow just to feel a weird feeling that is like chipping. And so I'm like, I need to have my filling fixed. And I was like, oh, sorry, I have to cancel. Too bad, so sad. It was my option to do it. So, whatever. Cannot find the video that you just did of the tag card. Can you help? Yes, Cynthia. If you go to my videos, go to live. And all my videos should be under live. The only thing that won't be under live is if I've uploaded a class. Then go to content and it should be there. But you have to have a link to those. So that's where it will be. If you have questions finding it, let me know and I will let you know. I will help you with that. Oh, thanks, Cynthia. I'm trying to grow my hair a little bit, and so I'm curling it a little more. I know I need to get it trimmed because it's getting long and kind of wonky on me, but I need to get colored. And anyway, it's been forever since I've had it colored. Don't look too closely. I'm noticing more gray right here. I'm lucky. I'm very, very lucky because I've not had a whole lot, but it's coming. I think it says, oh, you're going to be 60. You need gray hair, so here we come. But thank you. It takes more time to do, but I kind of like it because I can kind of pull it up. And anyway, I'm kind of going a little longer now because I want to be able to pull it up. It's in my face when I'm crafting, and then when I go on retreats or conventions or whatever, it's nice to have the option to just toss it up and not have to do your hair like for hours. Anyway, thank you, you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, Noreen, I did see you need your numbers. They are 2, 12, 16, 22, and 26. I will probably sneeze a lot through the video. I just tried to look to see if I knew how to mute myself, and I think I figured it out, so let's hope. So just say, hey, you didn't unmute yourself if I didn't, because you know how that goes. Anyway, my husband's like, why don't you cancel? I said, no, bingo is like the funnest night. Also, bingo is where I want you guys to win bingo, right? So I don't want to change the night because my husband's like, well, why don't you do it this weekend? You'll probably feel better. But then you may not be available. You probably signed up because you're available. I know a lot of people sign up just because they want the kit and they want to do the project. Yay, Cynthia, good. They want to do the projects, and that's great. I know you're not available for bingo, and it's still the same price usually as a class or close. Free shipping. So remember, if you get your order in to me today, tomorrow, or Friday before, let's say 8 at night, so I have time to get your order in, and then bingo is sacred. That is right. Robin, yes, I can. Anyway, free shipping, so that is so cool. Oh, Robin, let me look because I don't see. Oh yeah, here you are. 1, 5, 9, 11, and 30. So I have 2 lists going. If you did the pair class, which I'm going to show the products in a minute, I still have a few pair kits available. And I sent out the kit PDF and video to you, so you should have it. And they're going out tomorrow with bingo. So if you did the pair class, I'm going to just package them together and send them off together, and you're going to get them in this cute new envelope that I don't have right here, but you're going to get that. And I'm going to sneak peek, so if you don't want to see it, let me know, because I want to show the people and get rid of the kits. So I don't show my videos ahead of time, my projects ahead of time, because I like you to be surprised. A lot of people like to be surprised. A lot of you kind of know what my projects are kind of like, so I don't like give all the details and put it out there for everybody, because I want you to see these projects and go, ooh, you know, I'm really liking this and whatever. And somebody else isn't already casing the project when you haven't even had it in your class yet. So after that, case, everybody can case away. I don't care. But I kind of want you guys to have it, you know, for you. Oh, thank you, Marilyn. Oh, good, Mary. So let's see, what else do I have to say? August bingo is ready for registration. Yay! I didn't put the details on here. Of course, it's always 4 projects now that it's 5 because I do your thank you in this. So it's really 5 projects, but but there's 4 bingo prizes of $100. Shopping's free, and for those of you that are new, I know there's a couple. I'm going to explain it real quick. You will never ever get your kits ahead of time. Couple reasons. Number one, I'm still creating them usually, and then I once I get them all done and ready, I create all the kits once the projects are created, and then I do bingo tonight. Tonight, sit back, relax, watch me go, oops, wait, that's not how I did it, because a lot of these I start the day after. Like, I already have next month's started. So by the time I get back to doing the projects, I'm like, oh, wait, did I do it this color, that color? Oh, wait, I forgot to do this. So you'll see me go through those steps. And that's what I like, that you can see it ahead of time and kind of know what to expect and what to do once you get your projects. Then you can, when you get your kit, which I'll mail out tomorrow, it's usually the next day or so, but I think everything's set unless tonight I find a mistake. Another reason I don't send them until after. The pair class, you guys are going to notice on one of the cards, I measured one of them was wrong in my kit. All of the kits are right. I chose like 6 or 7 that were correct. I think mine, when I pulled mine aside, I just grabbed one that, I don't know what happened, but mine was wrong, and your guys' are all right. So yay. But that gives me time tonight to fix really quickly what needs to be fixed and then ship them all out to you tomorrow. Then you can come back and watch the video, create at your leisure, pause, stop, whatever. Do project 4 first, project 2 first, whatever works for you, and create at your leisure. So there you go. It also gives you some options and ideas of different sentiments, maybe something that's coming up that you want to use versus what I use. So that kind of gives you all those kind of ideas by doing it that way. Thank you, Rosie. I appreciate it. Thank you, Marilyn, for liking and sharing. I would absolutely love it if you guys would like the video and share. A lot of people, it's funny, I have heard from other demonstrators that are like, oh, I don't like other people's videos. Not that I don't like them, but why would I, what did they say? Why would I help another demonstrator, which I thought was odd. I help other demonstrators, other customers, whatever. I don't care whose customer they are. But anyway, it all comes back around. I've always said that a lot, is that it all comes back around. Sometimes that person may come back into your life in a different capacity, and maybe someday you need help and they pop on and they help and whatever, and it all works out. But anyway, I like to help others. Number one, we're all Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, and by liking other Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, we are coming up above when people are searching for stamping. We want Stampin' Up! To come up. We've got amazing products to share, and anyway, that is that. If I watch a video, I like it. I don't really care whose it is or what it is. It's hard work, so I give them credit for getting out there. All right, let's see what else. Oh, let's see. Oh, my Painterly pair. That's the one I'm going to show you right now. It is still available. I don't recall off the top of my head how many there are still available, but I want to say maybe 12 is a guess. I was going to click on my next button that says Sunrise Sailing. I am in the middle of creating that, all the pictures and stuff to post about that. The odd thing is for that tissue, I need to look. I have my tissue right here. The odd thing is about that is it is not available until the end of August. So I'm still going to put it up for registration. I am not going to, however, offer to purchase the suite like I have been as part of the bundle, because I'll let you take care of ordering it. It's coming in. Make sure you put the notify me on and you'll get notified. I'll post as soon as I see it's available. But you're also going to want the Waves 3D, Soft Waves 3D embossing folder. Okay, because I do use that in it quite a bit. And there is, I think you can kind of mix and match the other one that's available in the suite. So it's up to you. Okay, so let me show you first. Let me move my list aside. I'm going to show you the pair class so you know what's available for this class. So I'm going to first show you card number 1. So don't look. If you don't want to see the pair class, look away. Okay, so here's card number 1. And you're going to see some sparkle in there. That is a sneak peek. That glimmer paper is a sneak peek. So we're just going to do it quickly. That's card number 1. Here's card number 2. All right, so card number 2. Number 3. And we have it as a gift card. I put my little Disney gift card. This is the exact same one that my husband looks just like this. That lost it on the water at the water park. His $200 gift card. It is at the Disney water park somewhere. Well, it was. So anyway, there's that, a cute little gift card holder. Then we have this cute little pouch, and I think this one might be full of stuff. It is. This one is full of stuff that was going for this class. And so I had it in there. So you're going to have this cute little pouch that we're going to do that is foldable flat before you adhere it. So it's really nice to have. Oh, you found your numbers. Good. Okay. And then we're going to do this cute little card that can go with this. And again, look at all the cute little glimmer on this. This is all sneak peek glimmer. So these are the projects. And then we have a project coming up. This is the bonus project. Okay, so the bonus project is going to be on video. And it will be on Sunday as long as everything goes, meaning I'm not sicker than I am now. And this is going to be that project. And so this is the bonus project for the pair class. So you'll get a PDF, the video links, and all the kits for the projects, and that is the pair class. So I hope you guys will enjoy it, and it was so much fun to create. I'm loving that set. So does anybody else need their numbers before I get going? I'm going to go ahead and start project 1 so we can start off. Okay, Glenette, I just saw where you needed your numbers. Oh, see, I think I'm going to sneeze. All right, nobody needs their numbers? Oh, good. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I'm excited about this class. It was a lot of fun. There's a little more hands-on, meaning just a few die cutting and fussy cutting type things. Thank you, Robin. And the sailing is going to be a little bit more. There's going to be a little bit of blending and some die cutting and stuff. So, but you'll get all the papers, everything you need. What, Dom? What do you mean sneak peek glimmer? Janet, this glimmer paper is coming up in the holiday catalog. This was part of the Creativity Now for demonstrators that ordered the Creativity Now, and it will be in the holiday catalog. And this, to me, I think they call it a soft gray, maybe. I call it, it looks like cloud cover kind of, but there's 3 different shades. There's one of them. And here is the one of the other ones, which it says dark blue, I think, and I think it's more like Secret Sea. And so there's some really pretty glimmer paper on these projects. Oh, good, Melody. I'm glad too. Yeah, so I had to, I didn't do the Creativity Now. I usually go back and do it because, you know, we have it available to us. So I would go back and do it, and then, but I always have the fear of missing out. I always want the new product fast. All right, one last question for everybody is, did anybody, I see a lot of people signing up, but did anybody just sign up for tonight's bingo? If you did, please give me your numbers in the chat. So I have those available, and I can write them down for tonight's bingo. August bingo's already up. And Anique, I'm going to put the class up for, actually, if you go into the pair class and just, so I know you were asking about the other night, if you go into the pair class and just select the pair class PDF and video link only, I'll email you the two files, or give me until tomorrow and I'm going to put it up separate under the PDF list, and then you can just get them attached to your receipt. Okay. All right. Let's get going. So I didn't see anybody else that did tonight's, but you still have time until I start the first bingo. All right. So the first card, I even have a note on it so I don't forget. I do have a fan on, so if it's loud, you guys, let me know and I can turn it down, but it's kind of warm and stuffy in here because I haven't been in here all day, and so I've been kind of laying down trying to get better. But I have a little note that says emboss. This is what your kit's going to be, and I'm going to back up for 2 seconds because I forgot one of the most important parts for the new people. When you play bingo, and I'll explain it when it starts, but if you win, you need to email me your list. So you can order whatever you want, but the first $100 that you order will be on me. So you will email me your order, and I will put your order in, and it will be shipped directly to you. So you'll have to pay me the difference. So I'll email you an invoice for the difference, and you pay me the difference. Okay. It's Kathy. Your numbers are 29, 18, 15, 9, and 4. And then it will be shipped directly to you. So if you put in like a $200 order, including shipping, tax, everything, which shipping's free for 3 days, so make sure you get that order into me before then. But you only have to pay the $100 because I'm paying your first $100. Okay. So that's how that works. The first person that says bingo gets the bingo. The second person gets a consolation prize. Or they can opt out of the consolation and continue on for another bingo. You're only allowed to win bingo one time. Okay. If you win, you have 5 numbers. I'm going to show numbers, and they're going to look like this. And when I call a number, you put a B. So if you have 19, you put a B in the comment section. So make sure you're signed in into your Gmail so you can comment. You're going to put a B, and then as we go forward, you're going to do an I for your second number that I call in for your third number, and have them ready to go, and have it typed up bingo like you're ready to hit start, because once I call it, it's the first person that hits bingo, and I could be 2 numbers ahead. I do the closed caption, which puts a lag in my posting, and so for me, I'm a little ahead of you guys, so just keep that in mind. But it's whoever I see first is who's going to get it. So if you have bingo on this number and I've already called the next number, and then somebody calls this number and they called bingo before you did, you guys are all seeing it at the same time. So keep that in mind. Also, if you jump out of Facebook, YouTube, and you come back, make sure you grab that bar at the bottom and drag it all the way to the right so that you're to the current time, because it does put you behind when you just click off and back on, even if you're like in Chrome and it's just a different window. So it gets kind of weird. Also, the chat, make sure you're on live chat, not recorded or not top chat. You want to be on live chat. Okay, I think that's it. I think we covered everything. Back to the cards. All right. So your kit is going to look like this. So let me move this over here. We're going to open this. I have my little note here because I didn't want to forget. All right, there's a couple things with this card, I will tell you. As you know, or may not know, the gems here, the accent flower gems, these ones, the little metal, oh, this is a terrible picture, let's see. These little flower gems. All right, now it's not even focusing, weird. Well, they were out of stock for a long time. So I took Drewsies and I colored them with the Daffodil Delight to make them look more gold. And so it looks really good together. So some of you will get these, some of you will get these. It's just, I couldn't do anything about it because they showed up yesterday as being available. I think they're back in stock and my kits are already packaged, ready to go. On the inside, you're going to see a little piece of the DSP here that I did the base out of. Now, you could put a blue strip above that or not, whatever. I chose not to this time, but it's totally up to you, whatever you decide to do. So, we are going to attach that on the inside. I'm sorry again for my sniffles. It's just I can't pause for all my snifflings, but I will try to pause when I try to blow my nose because this is not fun. I hate colds. I need my glasses. I really can't see when your head's fogged up, you realize you can't see, you can't hear, everything's a mess. All right. So let's get my hair out of the card. We don't need any. My hair is under the glue. That's a good start. Alright, so there's that. Good? Uh-oh, now you know I'm going to be using a blend. So when I do my cards, I don't make them simple. I don't think, oh, they're bingo. I'm going to make this card super simple. Sorry. I'm not going to make this card super simple. I make them like I normally make them. So, bingo does take a little while. Plus, of course, I have to go through all the rules and all that good stuff at the beginning. Alright, so in here, we took the DSP, and this is going to be 4 by 5 1/4, not 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, because I wanted to see that blue around the outside. So I really like, this is Misty Moonlight, and I just thought it was really pretty. And look at this. That looks like it would be such a fun, whimsical card, right? Such pretty paper. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and adhere that paper because we can put that down. You know, I like to put my layers down and kind of get my stuff together here. I always like to do the inside. And I'm looking and it really doesn't matter, but I kind of like that design up in the corner right there because you're going to see that. And I really want to see all that pretty gold. So I'm going to put that there. Alright, so there's that. We are going to, look how pretty this embossing folder is. This is the Inspiring Imperfections, but it is called, joined together as the embossing folder. Inspiring Perfections, but it's the Kintsugi Suite. Oops, I don't want to put that in there. It's not hybrid, so I don't usually put that in there. I love the different sentiments and the different things, so it's really a nice set. I'm going to be doing an unboxing when I get the new holiday items. As a demonstrator, we get to order them. I believe it's August 5th. Now, think about this. If you join Stampin' Up! And you order if you join today, not only do you get your 20% off, you get free shipping for 3 days. Yes, we as demonstrators get that too. I'm looking at this to see which way I did it, and it's this way. Okay, so this thing that goes through here, this vein that goes through, if you turn it over, the vein's up. But everything else is kind of downward. It just depends, and I really like the flowers being up and the crackly part being up. So this is how I want it to go. So you get your 20% plus you get your 10%, or excuse me, your 11% in shipping for free. So that's good. I'm going to put one more at the top, I think. I don't think I need to put anything in the middle. You know, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Alright, I'm going to keep this off for right now because I want to layer the stuff up on top of that. Let's just do our stamping next. And 20%, of course, is where it just starts. That's not where you can get up to quite a bit more than that. Let's see, black. Gwen, 3, 9, 13, 19, and yeah, Gwen, I sent you an email. I took off the 25 because that's too many numbers. And so if you want the 25, tell me which number you do not want. All right, so this seems long, right? Because it's a larger die, this piece right here, and it looks like it's crackled on the end, like it's maybe a broken piece of glass or something. So what I did is I'm going to put this towards the middle, and I'm going to look at, let me put this on the line. Okay, I'm going to put that on the line. And now I'm going to see how Inspire is very cursive-y. Here, let me show you here better. It's very cursive-y, but the U and the me is straight. So that's what I'm going to look at when I'm stamping this. And I'm going to put it in the middle. And I'm looking at the U and me to make sure those are straight. The Inspire is kind of a cursive-y font, which is great, but it's hard to look at that for your straightness. All right. And now what I'm going to do is I used my cloud cover. So if you guys don't have cloud cover, the ink pad, because we were demonstrators and able to get it, but you could always use your marker. Use your cloud cover marker. And so far I ordered a couple of these because one of them, the color did not match at all, but this one actually did a lot better. And I'm just going to stamp that on the outside. Now I'm going to show you my ink pad though. See how it's starting to kind of do weird stuff, the color? That is why some of them are worse and the color does not look. I can see it right here. That's why we don't sell this ink pad. The color is not matching the paper or anything. Now this one matches way better than the last one I got did. But I'm only getting one, and then I'm going with the white ink pad like I did this one. This is the white ink pad, but I made it black, and I'm going to put my cloud cover in this one. All right, so there's our sentiment. Now, what I meant by emboss is, look, here's our vase. Oh gosh, this light in here. Let me see if I can get it around the light a little bit. See how it's glossy? So I embossed this, so we're going to emboss it and set all that aside. So we're going to bring our Versamark in, and I'm going to bring in my tweezers. 19 and 22. Okay, perfect, Gwen, I've got it. Thank you. Thanks now. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to take this, and I have my, oh, you guys, I forgot my Sudafed. Hold on. It's sitting right here on top of my embossing powder. Okay. I do not take medication. My husband's so funny. Last night, I took something, Mucinex or something at night, and I said, man, I hope this doesn't make me sleep all night. And like into the morning, and he's like, oh, don't you want it to? I got to get up. We had an appointment this morning, but I ended up canceling it. And I said, well, I'm not going to make it to that appointment in the morning if I take it. And he goes, oh yeah, you will. Well, I would have, except I felt like crud this morning, so I was like, yeah, it's not happening. Okay, so I've got Versamark all over on it, really, really good. I'm going to bring in, I do clear in a container because I use clear a lot, and so it's just easier. But I want to be careful because I have Versamark on my finger now from pushing it in, so I'm going to wipe that off. All right, now I'm just going to take this and put it towards the bottom. I don't want to get my fingerprints on my image, so yes, I'm just putting it all over my fingers so that I can make sure that it gets all nice and glossy. All right, I think that's all of it, so that's good. So see how the powder just stays right inside, which I really like. All right, I'm gonna hold it up here until I get that bottom part dried, because I don't want to put my tweezers anywhere because there's really no place to grab it. So I'm gonna grab my my glimmer trimmer is laying on top of my cord here. Hold on. All right. And I am going to come up from the bottom. You need 3 hands here to, when you're sick. All right. Up from the bottom. And I'm doing it from the bottom just because I don't want it to blow off. It's really nicely coated on there. And so, now this is really hard to hold on to because it's DSP, it's very thin. So I've got the bottom all done down there. And so I'm going to take the heat away from it so this can cool a little bit. And then I'm going to move and hold it down here. And I'm still not going to use my tweezers yet. Because I just have a feeling that the tweezers may sink into my clear, and I don't want to have any marks on it. I want it to be nice and smooth and shiny. Okay, but once you get close, you're going to have to do something because your hands are getting hot. So this is nice and cool down here now. So I like to do it just round, use the rounded side so it still grabs it really well. But I don't have any sharp edges. I love these tweezers. I don't know if you guys can even see this heat embossing, but it's so pretty on the vase. And it just makes the gold just so stand out. It's hard. You're going to have to really look at it to see the little dry embossing powder. Make sure you got it all. Yep, so there we go. Let's see if you can see. I wish you could see it better. There you go. So you can kind of see that's all glossy. Really pretty. What type of heat embossing tool is that? Oh, it's Stampin' Up. I like Stampin' Up because it has two. It has 2 settings. One lighter one and one. So it's really nice. Alright, so I am going to wipe this down a little bit because I have a little bit of powder that kind of blew a little. Get that out of my way. Alright, so there's our vase. Here is this. We're going to pop our vase up on here. So let's add our dimensionals there. Alright. Don't move your dimensionals to the other side because then you can't find them, like I just was looking all over. Like, where did they go? Alright, so there's our vase. Now, I'm going to relocate this one down just a ways because I want my flowers to go inside my vase, right? So let's go ahead and do our flowers. And notice I'm going to put the vase all the way to the bottom because we want to have enough room for our flowers. Alright, so we're going to put it all the way to the bottom here and just have that straight up. Alright, and then we're going to take our sentiment and have it out here. So I'm going to put this right in here because this can hang over. I'm fine with that. And I'm going to do another one right next to it. And then we're going to glue. Alright, we're going to glue this right about here. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and add our dimensionals on the back of this now. Oh, we already did, huh? Steph, you missed it. I mentioned earlier I have a really bad cold. So hopefully Scott had it, Rick had it, now I have it. I think Scott must have given it to Brewer, and then I was giving Brewer Snuggles. Now I have it. Alright, we're going to put this right on the front. And this paper, of course, is from that same beautiful set. We're going to bring in our flowers, which are these. And I want these. See, look how this has like a slit right here. I want this to go in and this to go out. Okay, so that's just going to hang up like that. So we're really focusing on the bottom of this part. So we're just going to add a little bit of glue on the larger spots. Alright, so that's under and this is over. And this. And of course you just want to make sure that this stays on your page. Hi Deborah, yes it is bingo night. Alright, so there's that one. And of course mine's popping up a little bit right there. There we go. There's no glue on that top part. And then I did just a little, like right here, like some flowers are falling. You know how they all fall off our base. And I think it looks just natural. And we're just going to tuck this in right here. And now, like I said, the accented flowers, the new set is just came back in, but some of you will get those, which is on this one, and then some of you will get the Druzies, and I colored them for you already. And so we're going to do this one with the Druzy so you can just see the difference. So we're going to put that one right here. And of course you can never go wrong with Druzies, right? And that one. Alright, so that's card number 1. So there's the Druzies, and then this is the accented floral ones. So I think just embossing that base really just, well, number one, it strengthens that paper a little bit, but whew, sorry, but it just really makes it look pretty. All right, and I have a ton of hand sanitizer tonight. I am ready. All right, that's card number 1, and now we're ready for some bingo. Good luck, everybody. Does anybody not have their numbers? Let me know. Alright, 1 second. My app is... I want to make sure. If anybody signed up for tonight's bingo, make sure I have your numbers before we get started, please. I see a lot of people signed up for August bingo. Thank you. All right. I'm going to try and mute this so I can blow my nose. I hope it works. All right, we are ready for bingo. Good luck, everybody. All right. 18, first number. 18. usually go a little fast at the beginning because nobody can get a bingo before 5 numbers, and I just kind of see where everybody's doing it. You didn't hear a thing. Yay, thank you, Rosie. Number 26. You know, when you don't do it and all of a sudden you're like, okay, I need to mute it. Wait, is that the right button? I don't know. All right, we got a lot of B's coming up now. Yay. Number 9. Number 30. All right, Kathy and Margie have BI. Number 3. So if you hear moments of silence, that's what that is. Number 21. All right, Robin. Tanya. Ooh, Margie has a BIN. $23. Crystal with the BIN. Number 11. Paula has a BIN. 20. And Rosie. Ooh, BING. Number 12. Okay, now I'm going to slow down because people are getting close. No worries, Paula. We're just starting our first bingo. Make sure you grab your bar at the bottom and pull it all the way to the right so you're caught up with time. All right. Number 6. Number 10. Lots of BINs popping up now. Number 22. Number 16. Oh, Paula says she has a bingo. Let me look real quick. So let me take that one back off altogether because she said bingo way before. Let me see. Paula. 3, 10, 11, 18, and 26. Yay, Paula, congratulations. Congratulations, Paula. All right, I don't see any others. Congratulations, Paula. Let me write this down. Find my pen. Congratulations. All right. I don't see any other ones. So Paula, you are our winner. Yay. All right, card number 2. I used the Charming Day. I just love the paper. I used, the sentiment is from the Mixed Labels. And I used Precious A Bloom for the die. And then, have you guys seen Charming Day? This is so pretty. Such a pretty set. And I did something kind of fun in this set. So let me show you what we've got going. I'm trying to pull out the stuff I'm using as I go so I can toss it aside and have more room in my bucket. So here's our card. Look at that beautiful paper. And so, of course, this is where we did the oval here from the Impressions of Bloom. This flower here that you're going to get is from Charming Day, along with a DSP. Just pull this out. All right, now we did a little bit on the inside, so let me show you what we're going to do. We're going to pull the inside out. Oh, make sure you put your gems aside because you may lose those. Alright, so we're going to take this and take the white. And we are going to take our flower image. We're taking our Old Olive, our Timid Tiger, and our Cajun Craze, and we're going to do this flower right here. Okay, so what I like to do is do the image first as I do the leaves, and usually I do the lightest first. Actually, let's do the lightest first because that's what I like to do. Do the lightest first, so which is the flower itself, the outline of the flower. And the reason I do that is if you come in with your green marker, you might go onto the image a little bit, but it's better than putting this marker on the green. I don't want to pick up the green on my image. So I'm just going to go around, do the flower, and it's the lightest image. If there's a piece of it that doesn't pick up quite right, or I just went over the leaves a little bit right there, that's okay because the green's going to come in and cover that right up. Right, so, and I have a fan on, which is probably not helping me any right now, but we're just going to go with it anyway. All right, we're going to come in, I'm going to do a Cajun Craze in the middle because we're already right here. And it's in the middle. And then I'm going to take my, oh, I said Old Olive, I think it's Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to do the leaves. So I just lay it down. And it doesn't have to be exact, and I'm trying to do it fast because my fan is blowing. It's probably going to dry this because I can feel the air. So you're just going to lay it down. Okay, and now huff on it to get that little bit of moisture on there, and then just get it right there on your project. See? All right, so that way you add your little bit of image inside. I didn't want to put DSP. I wanted to do something a little bit different, a little bit of a technique. So I'm going to do that. So we're going to put that aside. And then on the inside, we're using Blackberry Bliss 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 with our white at 4 by 5 1/4. I'd say Blackberry Bliss is probably my favorite purple. Although I do love Petunia Pop a lot, which tends to be kind of more in the purple family, but for the darker one, I love Blackberry Bliss. Alright, we're going to put that over. My sweet husband, he knew I had bingo tonight, which he thinks I'm crazy, but he was going to go sailing, and he's like, is it okay if I still go sailing? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be in my room crafting. I'll be fine. It's finally windy out here. And then our other two smallest grandchildren are coming in August. Bo and Gunner from Montana, Catherine's boys. So we'll be watching them on a weekend that she's going on her a bridal shower weekend. All right. So we're going to do... So when you look at it, you're looking at the flowers and you're like, oh yeah, that's really pretty. Well, make sure these are upside down and so are the leaves. So make sure you pay attention. Yes, we did cut the center out of here because we're layering it all up, and it's behind here, so it works out fine. Again, this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. This is 4 by 5 1/4. So we want to layer our beautiful paper. Even this is really pretty for the leaves or something if you wanted to cut out leaves. It's so pretty. Look at that. Really pretty paper. Oh, Marilyn, yes, I love this. And when I get the new stamp set, I mean, I already have it, but when I get to it, I'm going to be using it, and it will definitely have Blackberry Bliss on that fall card, because I love Blackberry Bliss on a fall card. All right, so let's go ahead and adhere this down. So we're not popping this up, we're popping this panel up, which is even more reason to cut out that circle or the oval out of the middle, because and I'm just going to do a little one in the middle because it's going down flat anyway. All right, I like to go from the middle. I know what size the card is, I know what size my paper should be, and so when I start it looking down here, then I know that it's going to line up good up there. Oh, thank you, Linda. Yeah, it's a struggle. All right, right now when the kids are like, oh, can you watch the kids, and can you, I go, if I feel better, yes, but right now it's a terrible time to ask me because I'm feeling miserable. All right, let's get our silicone mat in because I want to be able to see this really well. We're going to look at our sentiment. So you want to think about how your flowers are going to go on here. So don't necessarily think, oh, it's going to go straight in the middle. It may not. So I want to put this on, and when I did mine, you can tell right here, I did the whites in the middle of the flowers so you could see the white. So this is going to come in, and that's going to come in. The last actually little part is over, and that is in. So I did it something like this. So that seems about right. So now I want to stamp my image, my sentiment, which is also going to be in Blackberry Bliss. Your kindness made my day. And that's with the mixed labels. It's funny too, some of these items are going on, oh, Margie, the DSP is from Charming Day. It is beautiful. Every pattern in that is absolutely stunning. So Charming Day paper is so pretty. All right, so I'm going to add this, and this seems like it's a bit, I'm going to add this over like right here. And I'm going to add it right here. Okay, hold on. I want it straight. All right, I'm looking through, this is not straight on here, but this, I'm looking at this straight on my lines through my grid paper here. So I'm going to put it right about there and stamp it right about there. Okay, so that's about where I want it. Okay, and we stamped that one already. All right, now we're going to be doing a little bit of coloring. So let's go ahead and adhere this. I like to go around the edges. It's kind of not, doesn't have to be close, but I want it to stay here on the edges. All right, that's good. All right, we'll set that aside. All right, now it's time for coloring. So what I did is I brought in some different colors. Let me move my markers here out of the way that I used. Alright. Oh, I had to use this one, so let me grab my dark Mossy Meadow. I used it for something else. Alright, so I'm going to start first with this one, which is the light petal pink, and that's what I want to start with the flowers. So I'm just going to lightly color. I think this just kind of helps the flowers, the colors blend when you're doing this, and you put a light layer down first. And I'm not doing it on the small ones because those are going to be darker. But I'm just going to add this. And I like doing this because, number one, you can tell where the flowers are and where the leaves might start or the other flowers are going to start. So I'm going to add this. Also, when you add another color to it, it helps it blend a little bit. But we can go back in with it too and blend more. So I'm going to put that on there. Oops, we got to do this one. Now this one looks like these could be leaves and a flower up there, but I'm going to do it as all. Right, that's going to be a leaf, but this is going to be the flower. So just color it. Now if you prefer to use your blends or your markers or whatever you've got, pencils, then by all means do whatever you're comfortable with. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my my light Timid Tiger, and I'm going to use the bullet point end, and I'm going to go just on these lines. So the lines are on the flowers. Notice I go pretty quickly. I'm just going to go down. Alright, so there are all the flowers that I did. Now I'm going to go back in with my light peach, and I'm going to use the larger tip, and I'm just going to go down these. I'm just kind of feathering out that. See how I'm just kind of feathering out that look, okay? So it's not so Timid Tiger. We want to, you know, blend it down a little bit. And you're like, ooh, that's kind of a lot. Okay, don't worry about that. It's still coming. All right, now we are going to take our Cajun Craze, and I'm going to take the bullet part, and I'm going to go inside just over the edges of, let's see if you can see it, just over those edges right there. So of all the inside opening, just go over those. Doesn't have to be exact. You don't have to be like, oh, I came up on the side of that one, but not that one. That's okay. But just do these 3 flowers. It's just going to add a little bit of an accent, kind of just to add that little bit of color. So if I move it here, you can kind of tell. I didn't do this one right here. Alright, so there's that. Now we're going to come back in with our the light petal pink. Okay, so come back in with the light petal pink and go over the whole thing again. So number 1, you're blending those colors. Number 2, you're adding another layer of that petal pink, so it's a little bit of a darker flower. So when you add the alcohol and then you add more, it kind of helps it kind of blend a little bit, like you saw when I added that Timid Tiger. And now we're going back in and kind of blending it all again and adding another layer of color. All right. Now if you wanted to, with the Cajun Craze in the center, you can go back over that with like the peach pie even. Let's see. I think we should, because it kind of looks like it's by itself, but I'm going to use the big tip and just kind of go over it just to make it darker, but kind of blend that peachy tone with it a little bit. Okay, so there's that part. Looks kind of crazy on the screen. All right, so now we're going to do our blackberry, and I'm going to do the dark, and I'm going to come in on the inside, and I'm just using the big brush because it doesn't have to be super neat. We're going to do the insides of the flowers, and you want it to kind of overlay a little bit on top of the white, so like this. All right, because now we're going to come back in with the light Blackberry Bliss, and I'm going to use the brush, and we're going to come back in and add it, and I'll show you the paper again because it's got this darker color to it. You can't even really see the dark right there, so we can come back in on that too. Okay, so we're just going to kind of go around. All right, so there's that, and so I'm going to come back in with that black again, the dark Blackberry Bliss, and just add a little bit on top, right around that hole, just so it looks a little bit different. All right, so there's that. So now you can see a little bit of that right there. All right, now let's move all this out of the way and bring in our Mossy Meadow. We're going to start with the dark. And sometimes I like to come back in with the dark, but you don't have to. It's whatever you want. So we're going to come down the centers, and then I'm going to do like a little squiggle at the bottom of the leaves. Okay, so here, and a little squiggle. Here, we're going to do some squiggles. And here I'm just going to kind of do little marks there just because it's such a little piece. Now if you wanted to, you can go down the stems, and I tend to do that more like down here when it's closer to where the flowers are, because it seems like the flowers or the leaves are shading down there, and so I just make it a little darker. All right, and then down here we'll do a little bit more, and then here, and here, and here, and here. All right, so there's all your green for your dark, and now we'll just come back in with the light, and we're going to go ahead and use the light of the larger tip, because now we just want to fill that in. I like to make that a smooth transition. Now if you wanted to, if these are too dark for you, you can always come back in with Old Olive or soft sea foam or whatever and lighten it up. Be careful, you don't want to get your ink on your flowers. All right, now remember, you can always come back in and layer. So right now we're blending that darker right here at the bottom there. Notice I just kind of went around that flower carefully. Okay, now we have down here, and this is a lot smaller spot. I'm going to come back to that. Let's do these larger spots, because my tip of my brush is getting a little crazy because I've used it on some different projects, and I could probably pull out a new one. And I'm brushing back and forth just because the tip is already crazy. Trying to get all the color out of it I can. Alright, so let's look at this. Alright, we're going to need, okay, I need to blow my nose. Hold on, sorry. Alright, sorry about that. I'm going to see you guys and my nose is going to be all red. Alright, so there's that. Now you can come back in with your marker and, you know, blend a little bit more if you wanted. Add another little layer. You know what I mean? Come back up like you did light on that side. Maybe you want to do it again on that side just to add a little more depth on your leaves. So it's whatever you want to do. But now we need to come back because this is light, right? Yeah. We need to come back on this little part right here, this little stem part of this flower. Alright, so now our flower's done. Okay. So that is done. So pretty quick and simple. Now we're going to go ahead and add our dimensionals on here, but before we do that, we want to add our ribbon. All right, so this ribbon is super cool. It is called, where do I have it right here? I think I used it all. This is the new ribbon. It's the Mossy Meadow and Gold, and it's the gold on one side. I think it's part of the suite, the Charming Day, but it's gold on the other. But this is the raw side, but honestly, it's so pretty. You could probably use that as the front, but we're going to use that one. And we're going to put it straight across underneath the name. So it's going to be, what I would recommend is using white liner tape, because once you put it on, it's kind of, because of the shape of the circle, it's going to be kind of weird to fold the ends in. And you want this to stay, but you also want to be able to add your flower on. Okay, right here in the crease of that flower is where you want to put your words. All right, and then this one hangs off a little bit right there. Okay, so you'll see the background of that. So it goes right about like that. So you want your leaf to go here, so just about a ½ an inch under. So I'm going to add my white liner. You don't have to. You can add just glue or adhesive, whatever, on the back. But I'm going to add white liner. The thing is too, is you don't want to add it to where it's super tight on your ribbon. You want it to be like a natural, lays down naturally, because otherwise it grabs your ribbon kind of weird. All right, we need to kind of make this straight though. Alright, here we go. Alright, so we're going to connect it and reconnect it. I hope I'm here. It connected successfully, so that's good. I don't know why randomly it says that. My third party thing. Alright, so we're going to line this up. We're going to go about a ½ an inch under, so I'm going to go right about here. Alright, so look how nice that was to attach. And then on the back, you have adhesive there. It doesn't really matter. I just want it to go nice and smooth on there. And it's on there. I'm good. Good, good, good. Except where's my dimensionals? Oop, wrong ones. Alright. But for safety, I like to add dimensionals where the adhesive's at. We're going to add this on our card. So you could use blends, pencils, Markers, to me, the markers are a little dark, so I wouldn't use them for something like this. I tend to use them on stamps for an outline when I want to stamp, or coloring in, or sometimes if my ink color didn't quite get something, I use it for that. Alright, we're going to add this right about there. And now we're going to stamp this on. Like right about there. So we want adhesive at the ends of these flowers towards the the leaves. And this one, on the inside of that, not on that at all, we'll add a dimensional there. Dimensional there. So we're going to add dimensionals. I'm going to add mini dimensionals to this leaf. It doesn't have to be on everything, but anything that's really poking out, I don't want it to be an issue. So like the larger leaves, I think I'm going to do it on this and this. And I think that's really enough. I just don't want it to get bent by anything. I can't believe I pulled out a million Kleenexes and I've already used them all. Alright, sorry. Okay. So now let's add our adhesive. Because we're going to put, we don't want everything popped up, right? These are all going to be off. So we want everything else popped up on the outside, but everything on the inside, we want it to adhere so it doesn't fall. Let's see, and I think that, and I'm going to put a couple little dots in the centers of these little flowers, just because I don't want those lifting up either. Alright, so that looks good. Alright. And did we take the, no, that would have been smart. Take the backings off the dimensionals. And I think we can add on the top two purple flowers, I need to add some glue. Alright, I'm going to add a little bit of glue here. And a little bit here. Alright. So again, this one I want off. I want the bow to go right here. I want this, the words, to go inside there. Alright, remember I have glue. I'm going to pull that back right here a little bit. Okay, dimensional, dimensional. This is on the page. Make sure that that stays on. It's really close, but it is on. Alright, this one doesn't have a dimensional, but this one does, so I think we are okay. Alright, now we're going to add our bow, which of course is where our beautiful glue dots come in. So we have our glue dots. I might have to make this a little smaller. We're going to add our glue. And then I'm going to put it right here. So what's nice is, I'm going to turn it sideways a little bit. What's nice is you want your bow to look like your bow is a part of that ribbon, right? And I was going to cut this a little smaller, but I kind of don't think I need to. We're going to leave it like that. And then we need to add our dimensionals, our embellishments. And the embellishments are right here. And these are with the Charming Day. Let me see what they're called. I think they're these. Yeah, Charming Shimmer Faceted Dots. And I think these just came back in. I think they were out also. And they're back in. So here we go. We're going to add these. Where are you? We're going to add one here. One here. These are so pretty. And then I put one like right up here. Alright, there we go. Look how simple that is. The paper in this set is so gorgeous. Just look at the colors in the paper. Figure out what colors you want to do. Take a look at your leaves. I knew right away those were not Old Olive, that those were Mossy Meadow. And so I chose to do the Mossy Meadow leaves. And then I wanted the purpley color to really stand out because I love the purple color. But I didn't know if it was Petunia Pop, Blackberry Bliss. Look at your paper and kind of decide. Sometimes it'll have them both listed, and then you'll want to, you know, pick out the shades that you want. I decided to go darker because these are so light. So it's just a matter of what colors you want to choose to do. You could make your flowers darker if you wanted. Here's the other one. Looks like I might have went a little darker in the middle, but I did lighter on the flowers. But they'll lighten up too. Notice my ribbon looks a little wrinkly because it was an afterthought to put the ribbon across. I didn't like how white it was. Once I added the bow, I was like, man, I should have put it across. And so I added it with a glue dot, and so it looks a little lumpy. But just, you know, the white liner is definitely the way to go for that particular ribbon. Oh, the sound's cutting in and out. Is it cutting out in and out for anybody else? Because I can turn the fan off or down. I have been muting while I blow my nose, so that might be it too. So anyway, there you go. So that is project number 2. All right. Let me move this over and get myself situated here for the next one. Get all of this out of my way. I love the Charming Day. All right, so I want to make sure, no, everything else is fine for everybody. Okay, it might just be when I mute during something and I'm probably blowing my nose. Sorry about that. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys like it. All right. Move those out, and here we go. Oh, let me get these out of the way. I'm going to put it all behind me. All right, yay. Good luck, everybody. We are now going to project number 3 after we are done here with our number 2 bingo. Let me get my... More Kleenex. Oh! Okay, this does not have a lid. I got all the numbers. They went right on my desk. No worries. Mine is cutting in and out too. Excited it came back. Still doing it. Sounds good to me. It's cutting in and out. Oh, wow. Sorry, you guys. Let me turn down my fan. I'm doing okay fan-wise, so let's see. Number 1 is 20. Oops, let me get this up. 26. And I'm going to go run over and turn the fan down. Okay, fan is down, but it's still circulating some air, so that's a good thing. All right. Number 25. Number 10. Number 18. It's funny, a friend of mine and I, we were just talking, and she said that she still hears like a high-pitched noise on my video sometimes. And I had talked to somebody, like I had mentioned before. Oh, excuse me. And they said that it's definitely the, oh, what did they call it? The, number 2, the frequencies between the 2 computers. And apparently that's what causes it issues with some people. Thank you, Rosie. Number 29, that some people have, it's just a frequency thing that it doesn't match up and it causes that noise or whatever. I don't know. A lot of people don't have it. Some people do. Number 20. I still haven't put in my new camera yet. I want to. I just have not done it yet. It was the plan after tonight, but I think my plan's getting better. So, number 7. All right, we've got BI from Kathy, BIN from Carol. A few other BIs. Let's see. And welcome to all the new people playing. I appreciate you joining us. Number 12. And there's many of you that have been joining for a long time, and I appreciate it very much. I love bingo night. It's so much fun. Noreen has a BIN. Number 13. Nothing for Rosie. Come on, Rosie. Number 28. Ooh, Mary has a BING. Stir them up. Get some good numbers. Number 19. Number 24. Number 30. Ooh, Cecilia has a BING now. More BINs. Oh no. Go to sleep, Anique. It's late for you. Number 17. It'll be here for you later to watch. Ooh, Marva and Rose both have a BING. Olivia's on the board with a B. And Robin. Number 1. Carol has a BING now. Tanya has a bingo. Let's see. Tanya, here we are. Number 13, number 18, 24, 29, and 30. Yay, Tanya, congratulations. So Tanya has bingo number 2. Number 2. Remember, everybody, it's free shipping right now. So get your order in and you'll save some money. All right, congratulations. I don't see any others. Oh, somebody said Cecile. Let me see. Did I see hers? Oh, Cecile has a bingo. Oh, right after Tanya's. Oh, let me see. Cecile, let me find yours. Your name right here. 7, 17, 19, 25, and 29. So, Cecile, do you want to get the consolation prize, or would you like to continue on and try to win a bingo? So let me know. Those are your choices. Either one. If you continue on, you could try for the big shopping spree bingo, or you could get a consolation prize and I'll add something to your package. So just let me know. All right, congratulations, both of you. Let me write that down. Number 2, consolation. But let me know which one you'd rather do. All right. You'll wait and try for another bingo is what I'm hearing. So, okay. All right, so let me write here. Wait. Okay. All right, I have you down. You are continuing to play. Let me get a drink here. So when I was cleaning up my room and trying to get some stuff out of the way for the contractors to come in, I went through a bunch of my old cards and I pulled some out of cards that I've made in the past that I really liked the fancy fold. And this was one of them that I decided to use. And I thought, ooh, I'm going to do this with this one. It's a little bit different. I sized it different, and it's a fold that's been around for a long time. I've done it this way, where your front here is down here. And I don't think I've ever done it sideways, unless it was more like a card like this that opens. But I thought we would try and do it horizontal and use a couple different things. And notice these two right here. Do you know what colors this is? What colors those are? Let me know if you know what colors those are. Again, this is beautiful paper from the Charming Day. I absolutely love it. This paper here is from I call it the family packs. I think it's bright and it's berry burst. Love the family packs because they're so great to add with stuff. Lost Lagoon two-tone. No, but close. Very close. I used right here the layered florals. And did you know this is on Last Chance? I cannot believe, I think it's still on Last Chance, but it's gone and I didn't know that. So you're going to see that I'm using things that they're on their way out as I'm using them. So I'm sad because it's a beautiful folder. But I will use stuff. It is Pretty Peacock and it is two-tone. So let me see. Let's open up the kit and take a look at it. This is what I was talking about having such an amazing opportunity to use the two-tone. And you're going to tell which side's the good side. Okay, so the raw side kind of caves in. Okay, so here's the two. Now this is the darker and the lighter of the Pretty Peacock two-tone paper. So if I turn this one over, it's going to match. Okay, and if I turn this one over, it's going to match. All right, but if you do them both the opposite, and it's such a fine paper, like a DSP, you could die cut them together. Okay, and so take your paper, cut it in half, turn one of them over, and there we go. So pretty fun there. This one, I am going to cheat and look at my card because I don't remember how I did this flower, but we're going to go with Berry Burst and blending because I think that's what I did. So that is what we will go with. Berry Burst and blending. All right, so I use the stitched rectangles because I have them and they are retired, but there are other options that you can use, but I liked the longer rectangle. I wanted this sentiment to fit and I liked the look of the rectangle, so that's what I used. And I do add them to my supply list, but it is retired. So just so you know, you're going to have your two pieces of paper like this. Oh, Gwen, you've got to get some. It is so fun to play with. All right, so, and let's see, what class did I just do? Oh, I just did that card the other day that had it, and I used it in something else, but I can't remember. All right, so we're going to make our base first, which is this piece right here. So let's take our base and let's burnish it. So I already did the scoring for you. So let's go ahead. For those of you that are new to bingo, you might already know I cannot stamp anything for you. So I try my hardest to make bingo where you don't have to have anything stamped. So like you could use a stamped flower from this set or any set instead of this die cut. But I'm going to offer the die cut here for you. So you have it as an option because you can't use I can't use the stamp set. Oh, I can, and you will see that I will use it on certain things, and then I will tell you grab any flower you want and put that there. It just depends on what I have. All right. So here's your papers. Your paper will go up here. I recommend gluing this first before you put your paper so you have your position. Check your sizes always. Again, this is the kind of thing I like to double check before I send your kits, just in case something's wrong. And it might be something as easy as I'll say, oh, just take an 1/8 of an inch off or whatever, so that you have the right measurements. Otherwise, I have to unpack everything and do it, and I try not to have to do that, so I try to do it right the first time. All right, so I am going to use tear and tape because we're doing a video. And normally I would use glue. I like liquid glue. And so normally I would use that. But I'm going to do my glue towards the bend, because if you think about it, this is going to go up here and it's going to open up, and I don't want this to lift up at all. I want it to be secure. Oh, sorry. So I'm going to put it towards the edge more. I was just thinking to myself, I need to put my glasses on, and guess what? They're already on. That's how. So my husband, here's a funny story. He's going to kill me if I tell you this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. He gets my notifications of my video, and he gets my announcements because he's subscribed. I think we were testing something once or something, but he doesn't watch my videos, I don't think. I'm fairly certain. But, so I'm going to tell you, when he was sick, he was so out of it. He got up, he was going somewhere, and he got up and got dressed. I was still in bed, it was really early. And he got up and got dressed, and his hair is very short if you've seen him. So he just kind of fixes it with his hands. He doesn't have a brush or comb, or he doesn't need it. His hair is very short. And then he said, oh, I feel like I have chlorine in my hair. And then he realized he hadn't even taken his shower yet. He had gotten up, got dressed, was getting ready to leave. Okay, so did you see it? I put the tear and tape there. I laid this down. You're going to see 2 squares here. You're going to adhere that, and then now you've got your base for that. Okay. So we were laughing because we were like, is this what it's going to be like when we're old? Because he got up, he got dressed, he was ready to walk out of the room, and then he said, oh, I like, as if he was just going to run to the store. And he's like, I have chlorine hair, because he had gone in the pool the night before. And so then he starts laughing, and he said, I didn't take my shower. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Yeah, I'm making it better than I thought I was going to be, actually. All right, so I like to hold it like this, just so I can look at the bottom line, look at the sides. And then I'm lightly going to let go. And that looks good. So as long as when you go upward, you don't want it to go, you want to have that little bit of space on the top here and on the bottom there. Gwen, you are right. I'm glad I canceled my 2 appointments, though. The one today was kind of important, and my husband kept saying, are we going to go? Are we going to go? Are we going to go? And I'm like, oh, yeah, we're going to go. I'm fine. And then I finally called him or messaged him. I say, yeah, I canceled. There's no way. There is no way. I tried sleeping a lot today. So tomorrow, I don't have anything scheduled. Tonight, I have most of my mailing envelopes done for you guys. So I plan on putting those in the mail tomorrow. They'll come pick it up. They do a pickup here. So I just do a scheduled pickup, and everything should go out tomorrow. I have a couple more labels to do. But all right, so there's that. Okay, there's the front. And now look at this back of this DSP. Look how beautiful that is. But we're going to use it for this. Even if you did something smaller and even did like a sentiment. Let me see. Let me find a sentiment right here. All right, let's do a sentiment. I mean, look how pretty that is, just to add some texture around the sentiment. You don't have to know that it was flowers. It's just a really cool piece. Okay, now we're going to add our piece right here. It's a fancy fold. I didn't want to add a whole bunch of layers by layering up each of these pieces, because then it would even be that much thicker. And it is on a dark card base, so I don't really feel the need to do that. If it's white, I like to, but you don't even have to, but I like to if it's white. All right, so let's take this off. My nose is gonna run away. They charge you for pickup at your house? So Rosie, if I go on tonight before midnight and I say I'm gonna have a pickup tomorrow and I want it to be picked up with my regularly scheduled pickup, because they come to our mailbox. We have a community mailbox that's just across my little street here. Remember, I'm in a gated community, but I think they also, if a mailman walks to your house, I think they would also pick it up, but I'm not sure about that. But then they will walk across the street and pick it up. Sometimes just a truck by itself comes and will pick it up. But yes, if I say regular scheduled. Now, if I needed something to go out, let's say tomorrow afternoon, and my mail's already gone, and I said, you know, I need you to come pick it up, and I know it won't be ready in the morning time, then they will charge. So I always do it the night before and know what I'm going to mail and get it all ready. All right, so for this panel here, so you saw that we added these 3 DSP pieces. Now this panel here is going to go on here. And I don't want it to go all the way to the bottom, because then your piece is going to be really low down here, right? But you do want to see your pretty paper up above. So we're going to go up to about here, and then this folds here. So what I'm going to do is put that about where I want it down here. I'm going to unfold that so you see 2 rectangles again, okay? So you have your little flap right there. All right, so we're going to add our tear and tape as soon as I find it. I put it. All right, you guys must see it. What am I doing here? Did I put it back in the drawer? No. Did it fall? All right, where's my tear and tape? Huh. Do you guys see my tear and tape? Because I don't see it. Oh, I found it. It was like this. Found it. Okay. Thank you, Leslie. Yeah, I think if it's at your regular time, there's no charge. But I think I want to see it said $25 if it's a special pickup. I have had a lot of boxes, because when you fill out your request for them to come pick it up, you can say 30 boxes, about 60 pounds or whatever it is, and they will come and pick it up. All right, so this is sideways, but if you look at the flowers, this embossing folder, like this one goes this way, this one goes this way, that one goes that way, that one goes that way, this one comes down. It's really not a rhyme or reason. So, and we're covering a lot of it up anyway. So this goes on the front here, so I'm going to do that with the glue. Maybe a couple pajama days. That sounds good. Today was pretty much a pajama day. I did not get in my shower till like 4 o'clock. And we started at 5. So, although I came back in, I was working on mailing labels, and then I said, oh man, I need to make myself look somewhat presentable. I honestly thought I was just going to do my hands today, because I was like, do I really want to put my makeup on? But you know how my mom used to always say, you feel how you look. If you feel better, maybe, you know, if you look better, maybe you feel better. So I thought, all right, Mom, I'm going to listen to what you said. And then my husband comes home and says, well, you look like crap. I said, oh, thank you, honey. I do. I said, I actually look better than I feel. So You always go to the post office. Yeah. If I have one or two packages, I usually just have my husband take them, because my post office lady that comes here goes to his office, which is like a mile down the street. And so, okay, so notice I have this flat, okay, not upward, but downward. You don't want to see the blue. You want to see it down, okay? Because when you put this on here, this is coming up. So you want this attached, okay? Oh, wait, maybe I'm wrong. Hold on. Now all of a sudden I'm second guessing myself. Yeah, no, that's right. You want this down, all right, not up. Because then you have no place for it to go. If it's up here, you can't glue that up there. So you got to have this down. We're going to just eyeball it kind of in the middle here. And you want to see as much of that pretty paper as you can. So if you look at this one, I pretty much kind of went just a little more than half down, because you do want to definitely see this, even though you can see it here too. Give yourself that little extra. All right, so about half down, left and right, just kind of get an idea where it's at. And I'm thinking right about there. All right, so all right, I'm figuring that this is a little crooked, so I got to hold it up now. Look at it. Right about, that's better. Okay, so now I feel like that's better. Sorry. Nose patrol. Okay, so now we're down like that. Now we need to glue. Okay, so this is going to pop up like this. All right, so that's going to pop up. So you want it to be even. So a couple ways. You could fold it up and make sure this is even up here. All right, and that's probably the best way, because this is how it's going to have to go in your card. And so for videos, I'm just going to do another tear and tape right there. But normally, like I said, I like to use liquid. I just think liquid holds everything, especially if it's a moving project. And you could do 2 lines right there if you wanted, but it's not like it's, well, you don't really have to. All right, so like that and like that. There we go. Okay, so there's our card base. Now let's do our stamping. We're going to use Pattern of Friends, which I love this. Thank you for being the best. And then there's Bestie. Thinking of you brings a smile to my face. A nice big bubbly happy birthday. Let's keep in touch. You bring so much joy and laughter to my life. And friends are the family you choose for yourself. And that's the one we're going to use today. Oops, it's right here. This one. And we are going to do that right here with black on our rectangle. Here, I'll do it on here so we can see. All right, we'll put that there. And we're going to use black ink. Sometimes though, Rosie, I have forgotten to request it. And so I go online and my husband will be like, oh, did you call that in? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I got to do it. So I go on, and if it is 12:01, it's like it just spins and spins and spins. That means they did not get your message. So don't think, oh, it probably went through. No, they did not. And so then I have to do it the next day, or my poor husband takes it to the post office or his office for me. Thought that was just going to be a sneeze, but apparently not. All right, so now we're going to bring this in. This is alcohol, not ink. So I'm okay blending on top of that. It's not going to pick it up. And we are going to use Berry Burst, I believe is the color we used. I'm thinking. So let's see. Yeah. So not on this, but on this. So what we're going to do is lay this down. I like to take my pokey tool because it's so so small. I got to hold it with something, right? And we're just going to turn it around and keep coloring it. Now remember, picking up more and more ink, I got to move my ink over here. Picking up more and more ink is giving it the color we want it to have. And see how this is really bold color. Even though these are a little softer up here, I wanted to go a little bolder so it kind of stands out. But look how pretty. If you did this, like right here, okay? If you took this and you wanted to do a background, you could use this kind of like a stencil. Look how pretty that is. And you can make it like flowers all over. But we're just going to do our flower. And I definitely want some in the middle. Now, I'm going to go around the outside. I'm really trying to pick up the ink now and get more on the outside. All right, I think that's good. So look how pretty that's going to look with our two-tone leaves there. All right. That's our berry burst. All right, now we're just going to layer this up. We need to add our dimensionals to here, our sentiment. Also in my bingos, you'll know that if I have the product and I have enough to share with everybody for a class or a bingo, I will use it. Classes, I try to be more on what's available now that you can get. Bingo, I really want you to learn more on like the techniques and use what you have. Use what you have. If you have an old flower hanging around, like I have all these bows and stuff over here, like these will come back onto something because I've got a bunch of them made. I've got a bunch of clouds. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff over here on my desk that I try to go back to and think, okay, I'm going to need this or I'm going to need that. All right, I want the lighter in the back and the darker here. And I want the sentiment, which I'm going to put upside down right now because I took my dimensionals off, right about there. Okay, so we are going to use our dark one first. Oh, I keep thinking I'm sneezing. All right, we're going to just add a little bit. Okay, we're going to take this one and we're going to add it. I'm going to lay this down and add it right about there. Notice I'm taking my leaf and the edge and I'm going inward a little bit. And even though it's down, we can still scoot this guy underneath it. So as I was pushing that down, I realized, wait, I don't want to push it down too much. All right, so I'm going to lift these guys up just a little because I want this guy to go in, and actually I'm going to bring that leaf right there, but this one behind. Okay, now it's okay that this guy is up because remember, this is going to pop up like this, but in the card it's going to go, oh yeah, I guess it can't because it does have to go down because you want to make sure that's not off the card. You can think about how your card is going to fold. And I got a little adhesive, there we go. All right, so there's that. Now we can put our sentiment on. And I'm going to bring this one. I'm going to put that down right about there, I think. All right. So right about there. This one I am going to pop up. So let's add our dimensionals. We're going to add small ones because there's so many openings in this. Where are they? And I'm going to add, right around the more solid spots. All right, I think that's good. It doesn't have to be, because we can always glue this part down. All right, there we go. Oh, ooh, maybe I should text my husband and tell him to grab me one of those. Starbucks medicine ball. He's not a huge Starbucks fan, but he'll probably go get it for me. All right, let's see. We're going to do it like this. I'm gonna text him right now. All right. Now we need our embellishments. Oh, we forgot our extra piece. Let's do that first. This goes on the back for your writing panel. Oops, I forgot. This is 4 by 5 1/4. I was thinking it was 4 1/8. There we go. Nice even piece on the back. All right, I wrote to my husband. Let's see what he says. He's going to be like, really? All right. Then we have same gems here. I'm just going to add these. These are the, I think it's the Secret Sea or the Night of Navy. I'm not quite sure. There we go. Oh, that's a good question. Is it a hot drink or a cold drink? It's hot. Okay. Well, I'm all for trying anything. My son said, Mom, get Sudafed. It'll help you. That's what started helping me. So I made hubby go get me some Sudafed. All right. Yay. Project number 3. So it just folds right up like this. You can write on the back. You can stamp something on the back. Something like that. But again, it's a beautiful way to show and use DSP or 2 different kind. If you wanted to, you could turn this over and use that pretty blue with the flowers on it. The problem when I do bingos or classes or anything like that, I'm using so much of this paper that I don't have enough of this paper left over. So I try to use something different so that you can use all your paper from different packages. Oh, I'm glad you're liking them, Marilyn. Okay, so that is project number 3. Let me move these out of the way real quick. Yay! Okay, so next month's bingo, I should have my holiday items from the holiday catalog. The problem is I hate to promise and say we're going to have a holiday bingo because I don't know if I'm going to have enough of everything. I've only started one item, and it is a holiday item that I was able to start already. And it's going to be funny because it's nothing you're thinking of what it is. So even for myself, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do this as a holiday. So anyway, it's going to be a big item. So I'm really excited about it. But I'm thinking I want to try and do a holiday bingo next month. It just depends on what we're getting, how much we're getting. And we can, I can do enough to make everybody stuff. So we'll see what we can do. All right, everybody, good luck with bingo. Here we go. Our third bingo. I'm going to really mix these up. Poor Rosie wants to see if I can get her numbers. All right, Rosie, let's see. Number 10. Good luck, everybody. Number 22. Number 14. And none for Rosie yet. Number 28. All right, we're getting some B's. Ooh, a BI. Good. Number 6. Number 29. Oh, Eileen has a BIN and Glenada both. Number 9. I am really excited about the Sunrise Sailing class. I hope you guys are going to do it. I have a fancy fold in there that I absolutely love, and I have seen it once before. And I showed it to somebody else and they were like, oh my gosh. There's number 3, and it's simple and a great card to reproduce, but it's going to be a great card. I think it's going to be my husband's retirement card because he loves sailing and he's retiring in January, so you guys will have to remind me where I'm putting it. Number 4. So that class, ooh, Eileen has a BING. That class should go up next week. If you do purchase the suite from me between now and next week, I will, because I know I want you to get free shipping, I will, add that as paid. But I want you to get the, oh, it's out of stock, so that's not going to work. But don't forget to get the waves folder. All right, 17 and then 7. Lots of BINs. I think we had one BING going. Let's stir these up. Number 1. Oh, Barbara now has a BING. Ooh, Leslie. Deb. Glenada still. All right, here we go. Let me pull it out. Oops, number 8. Oh, Marilyn. You never know. Isn't it crazy, like when you go to a casino and you play bingo and you're winning and you're like, there's no way anybody else got their numbers this fast. And then you sit there with 4 numbers the whole time and then somebody swoops in. Glenada has bingo. Let's take a look. All right, we have number 1, number 29, number 8, number 22, and number 14. Congratulations, Glenada. Yay! Bingo, bingo, bingo. Let me put here. Number 3, bingo for Glenada. Yay! Congratulations. I don't see anybody else. And there we go. All right. Now we're going to move on to project number 4. So project number 4, let me stir these up real quick here first, just in case. I usually stir them before and after, but just wanted to make it. All right, give me 1 second. Okay, nose patrol. I almost forgot to turn the mute back on. All right, everybody. So the next project is project number 4, which was so fun. We're going to use the Cheers and Sips. And the person I'm casing this from, which I almost did it exactly, I changed up a little bit, is Delight of My Art. I don't know the name, but her page is Delight of My Art. And it is going to be with the Cheers and Sips. And I decided to make 2 different boxes. Okay, and then I'm even changing them a little bit from this, but look how cute this box is. So if you open up the box, you untie it. All right, so you want to be careful because this is your box, and the whole top lifts up. And then you can add something in there, and even a gift card fits in. So you could put some little tissue or something, whatever, in there to hold your gift card. You can make a pocket in there if you want and add that in there. I think this is too thick. Now, if you adjusted the sides probably and even made it a little smaller, you could probably do a hand sanitizer. Let's see, what else would fit in here? Let's see, a block. Barely, it's a little squishy for that. But you could put lots of different things. I don't have any like treats or anything at my desk. So, but you could put all kinds of little like tea bags or, different, like maybe a pack of gum. My gum comes in a big round thing, so that's not going to be helpful. I'm trying to look around. No, I've got nothing. But you can add some different little cute treats to that. I think because it's like you could do like a flavored tea bag maybe, and a little sweet and low or sugar or whatever kind you like in there. So there's some really, really cute little things that you can add in there. This one's a tea bag. This one, they even have little cute margarita mixes or whatever that you could put in there, or maybe a lemon lime something drink that you can put. So let's put make our bow back. Now, I did change it up a little bit. These are the ones I originally made. Oops, hello, bow. These are the ones I originally made. And I changed it a little bit, and I'll show you what all right, let's just try to get the bow made because it's not that difficult, Marcie. It is a tiny little bow, but really you just got to grab the right thing there. There we go. There we go. All right, well, and then make your bow look pretty, but not when you're sick. Just kind of make your bow. All right, so there we go. So there's 2 of them. So you got, oh, mints. Yeah, that's a good idea. Post-it notes. Oh, see, I should have tried post-it notes. That would have been a good idea. But these are big ones, but they probably would fit, but barely. But you could always make it a little bigger. But anyway, so you'll get your kit like this. I just grabbed one of them. So you'll get your kit like this. And so let's open it up. So we're going to focus on this one, but this is the 2. Let's move this over here so you can see them. All right. Now, what I did differently is, don't forget your gems in there. All right. So what I did differently is I embossed this with the embossing folder that came with it because I just thought it would be so cute. Oh, her name is Deb Joyce. Delight of My Art. Delight of My Art is Deb Joyce. Thank you, Deborah. I appreciate that. Sometimes I look in the description part of that, and the name's not there. So at least I try to get the page so I have it. But All right, so let's put that aside. We're going to put these aside. I fussy cut mine out already. Yours may not be fussy cut, I'm sure. You could use your dies if you wanted. I just fussy cut it. So I have that. Here's our sentiment. Now, I added a sentiment piece in there because when I originally did these, I added them right onto the box, right onto the larger label. I stamped them. Now, you can, but because I've embossed them now, you can put this on here, and you could use, like this one says, it's your day, and you could still stamp that up here, it's your day, but you could put it on here and then cut that, or you can use let's celebrate, to you, to us, whatever you want. So we'll decide when we get to that point. I'm not quite sure what I want to do yet. All right, so here's your piece right here, and I should have left this open so I could show you, but we'll get that figured out. So the longer piece is going to be your top. Okay, so let's burnish everything first because I like to see where it's going to fold. All right, so for you that took the bingo, you're going to want to take this, write it, set it down, put it in your score, okay, so that you can put your score marks right here. Oh, Deb Joyce Meek. Oh, okay. Gwen, how close are you to making your $1 million mark? Oh, Gwen, I've only been doing this for just over 5 years, was in March, and I'm almost to 300. So I've got quite a ways to go. Yeah, quite a ways. All right, so, but it will be exciting when I get there. All right, so this is going to be your top part. This is going to be the bottom part, okay, of your thing. Now, what we want to do is I am going to undo this because honestly, I don't quite remember. I want to make sure I'm looking at this right. I should have looked at it before I started. But, all right. So the top part, you're going to notice, is like this, all right? So we are going to need to cut and do our little wedging on this. So we're going to cut here, all right, and cut here. And we're not going to wedge. See how it's square it is here and square it is over here? You want to wedge your flaps. So this one right here, so they don't hang over. So we're going to burnish all of this stuff too. So let's fold it all in and burnish it. And then same with this side. Fold it all in and burnish it. But don't forget, write down your score marks and everything and your measurements and everything for this. All right. Now we're going to go. Yeah, I saw her project because I wanted something with that set. I have not used it yet. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. So I wanted to use it. So we're going to do our wedging. All right there. And our wedging on here. So we cut the sides already. Now we're going to just wedge these just a little bit. And the reason you wedge is when you fold, you don't want those sticking out. Because unless it's an absolutely perfect fold and cut and score and all that stuff, you don't want anything sticking out. Now, the thing to remember is these are going to be your flaps on the outside. So this wedge is going to fold to the top, not to this, okay? So here's your box, and you want those edges to go in here. You don't want to cut them off because then you'll have this open piece right here, and there's no way for it to connect and be closed, right? So let me get my wedged piece off here that didn't come off. This little piece right here. There we go. All right. Now, this is the top, so we're going to wedge these two in and put them inside on the lid. So we're going to go ahead and wedge that one and this one, and then glue them. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna fold this back and then fold these up. So it's easier to hold these pieces. Okay, and now we're gonna fold that back, fold this up, and hold the pieces. All right, I should have used tear and tape again but you know, I forgot. All right, so we're just gonna hold them. See how they keep coming undone because I keep moving and holding them. All right, well, you want them to be flush and square. Now, if you have the little clips like I do somewhere, you could clip them and let them dry. All right, so there's that. Now, on this one, what we're gonna do is we want to do the same with this. So we're going to cut. Now, you want this side to be flat. You want the flaps to be on the bottom. All right, so you're flat here and you're going to be flat here. So go ahead and cut here, right on the inside of that score mark is what you want. And then you want to, well, let's just do that first. And then we can hold it back, okay, on both sides, because you want the flaps to be attached to the bottom right there. All right, so we're going to do this and this one. And now we can hold those back to do your wedge right here on the edge. All right, and then hold this one back to do your little wedge. All right, now we'll go to this one. Thank you, Gwen. Deborah, I believe they are looking into some options for new snips, yes. All right, so there's that. Okay, so here's your side, here's this. Now, remember when you are closing this up, you do not want to have a half a box on the outside, right? You want this to be on your outside. Okay, so it's nice and a nice flush side. Okay, not like this. All right, now if this opened up, if you wanted that to stay open, then so where both pieces open up, then yes, then you would want to adhere these to this for sure. But that's not what we're doing. Those are going to go inside. I like to put those inside first and then that. But in this case, we're going to put the flaps in first and then on here, and then the whole thing. Wait, let me rethink this a second. How did I do that? Yeah, no matter what, you're going to have something on the inside, whether it's this, but you're still going to have this if it's the full one or the small one. But you don't want to see the small one on the back. So if your wedge is good and you close it like this and you don't see that side of your wedge at all, then you could do that. Then that way you only have this on the inside right here. If you put this in and then this, you're going to have this little piece and this piece on the inside. So think about what you're going to be putting in there and how you want to do that. And then those are your options. I'm just going to go ahead and adhere these down really well. And so I'm going to use liquid for everything, and I'm going to put my tabs in first. And so I'm going to make sure that I put just a little bit of glue, but all the way to the edges. So my husband and I started watching a show called Build a Band. My daughter told us about it. All right, I'm going to fold this back again and bring this up. It's called Build a Band. So basically, it's all these kids. I think it's out of England. It's all these kids are in like these pods. And then they go sing and everybody can hear them. And they're trying to build a band based on just their voice. Like, does their voice go with their voice, or is that a sound they want in their group, or whatever. Whereas some people were like, oh, I don't want, a guy, or I don't want a girl, or I don't want, I just want a girl band or a boy band, or I want all skinny people, or, whatever. Okay, so I did the tabs with the bottom part. Now I'm going to glue the bottom part into the back piece. Okay. Now normally you would think you would want it on the outside so that it has that flush look and wrap all the way around, but I didn't want, and I'm trying to think that this is what she did too, but I'm not sure. I don't want that edge right there, so we're going to pull these back now. And let's just add our glue a little bit all the way down. Anyway, it's really interesting to see how these kids connect and how they come up with a band and how some of them sound really good together. And how some of them, everybody wants to be the front of the band, and how they're working all that out. All right, so we're going to close this and close this. Some people like to put their DSP on ahead of time. I like to do it at the end. That way I can see my measurements and where my top and bottoms are. Make sure it's nice and square. I want to hold this down, make sure that it all fits in there just right. All right, so I think that's good. All right, so you're going to get these pieces. All right, these two right here are the same. So one will go in the inside and one will go on the outside. So the outside ones we'll set aside. Ooh, my space here is getting really messy. I've got glue. Let me just grab the glue, get rid of it. A lot of people ask me, how do you know and when do you know that there's going to be free shipping? And sometimes we know a day ahead or 2 days ahead maybe. But usually, I mean, sometimes they also give us a little more notice, but usually something like that is like our Monday meetings on Monday for leaders. That's when we find out. Sometimes they'll put it on the calendar, and if we happen to look at the calendar ahead of time, then we might see it there. All right, so I did want to see the strawberry slush around the outside. So I didn't want it to all be DSP, so don't be like, oh, this is smaller. No, that's how I wanted it. All right, now we're going to close this part. All right, close our box. And now we're going to do our strawberry slush paper at the top. And this paper came from the Sips and Cheers and Sips paper. All right, we're going to put this one on here, and we're going to put this one on here. So those will go right up against each other. So I do the top one first, just, I don't know why. And I'm going to use liquid so I can move it around a little bit if I need to. And what's nice about this is this was scrap paper. If you look at the back, you think it was going to go like this, but it's polka dots. We're going to do it like this. So we're going to just lay that right on here. And I'm not going to like push it in or anything because we need to get this on here. And we're going to add the ribbon. So we're going to have a little bit of space, which is fine. I'm going to make sure we have a little bit of space. Now we'll add this one. Oops. All right, now we're going to add this on here. I hate when you think you're going to sneeze and you're just waiting and it doesn't happen. You feel like it's going to happen. Okay, so let's set that aside. Now we got to think about what we want to do with this. I have my glass, and you can see on this one that I stamped on the bottom, but this wasn't embossed. Okay, and then I thought, well, that looks plain. So I decided, all right, if we add this on here, we might be able to put it right up there. I love polymer for this because then you can kind of check it. Hold on. Thank you, Deborah. After my nose patrol, I went and messaged him and told him that. So he's going to be the worst person to go, and he'll be like, I have no idea what she's talking about. She just told me to get this. Because when he goes to Starbucks, he gets black coffee if we're traveling and I'm stopping and he needs coffee, but he will not just get it to get it. All right, let's see. If I'm putting this on here, right about here, will I have enough room? And I think I would, except I'm gonna not do that. We're gonna use our my little label that I put in there, and I gave you guys labels, so kind of think about what you want to do. I'm going to add this. I probably didn't need to use the large ones, but oh well. All right. I am super excited about the holiday stuff coming up. Oh my gosh. I got to see it being a leader some time ago, but they also showed us a sneak peek this week. Did anybody see it? For leaders. And I am reminded how excited I am about this stuff. So I cannot wait. I will be doing an unboxing. I am babysitting that day of the unboxing, so it may truly be an unboxing, but I will get it organized as much as possible before I do it, like I normally do. If you want to look at my old unboxing videos, it'll kind of give you an idea of how I do my unboxing. Okay, I'm going to center my drink, and then what I'm going to do is we're going to end up putting this on here, and I'm going to do something different. So I'm going to do black ink. Sometimes I do like to add the black ink just as a pop on my sentiment, and this is such a small sentiment that that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure it's all inky. It's your day. It's your day. Oh, what you gonna do? Okay, so I'm getting delirious now. Can you guys tell? All right, it's your day. So we have that on there, and because it's a long label and I'm using a smaller sentiment, I am going to cut it at an angle because it's kind of a hip card like that. And we are just going to, the bow is going to go up here, so we're going to put this down here like that. So we are going to add our dimensional over here. And we are going to, let's see, no, we're going to add glue right there. And I want to see that ice cube right there. And the bow's going to be up higher. Oh, Mr. Spam Risk is calling me. The bow is going to go right about where that ice cube is. So I'm going to put this right about here. So the other day I had a Spam Risk person call, and it went to my voicemail, but all I heard was, well, crap. And that's what recorded. I think it was like, I don't know who it was. It was some spam call. And I guess he was hoping I was going to answer, which I never do. And all he heard was, well, crap. All I heard was, well, crap. And so, sorry, Mr. Spam Risk. I don't answer calls if I don't know the number. So if you ever call me, and you need to call me, and I don't answer, it's because I don't know your number. Because I get so many calls. I'm sure like all of you do. All right, before you add this, we need to add our ribbon. So what I did is I adhered the ribbon across here, brought it around, and tied it on the side. Okay, so I just bring it to the side and kind of make it even. Like right about here. Okay, and then up here is where we're going to tie the bow. Okay, up on the top part. So then you now need to decide, do I want to put a white liner on it? Do I want to put it all the way around? No, because your lid needs to open, right? So I'm just going to add adhesive right there. And yes, it's probably something I could have done ahead of time, but I'm just going to do 2 little swipes right there of seal. All right. So now I'm going to go back around down below, go around where I was, bring my ribbon to match up, and then slide it up a little bit because this is where I want my ribbon to be, my bow. And now I'm going to slide this up right on top, right there. Okay, and I'm just going to wipe it across so my bow sticks right there. All right, and now we might as well make our bow, challenging as it has been for me today. Hey, it's only 7:30. We're doing good. Remember, this is our last project, and we have one more bingo, but then I'm going to show you the bonus project, which is my thank you to you, and that'll be done next Wednesday. Okay, well, let me rethink this, because yes, next Wednesday. I was trying to think of when the pre-order is, but that's the following week. So okay, we're going to cut these. All right, so those are done. And there's our bow. Let's take this. I'm doing this by braille. I think I'm going to sneeze, but apparently not. All right, and then just put it right in the middle. And Deb did the same. She did emboss. I don't remember. There's a few things that she did a little bit different, but you know, that's the whole point when you see a project and you're like, ooh, I want to case that. And I wanted to do something 3D, and I wanted to do something with this set, so it was perfect. All right, so we're going to take our pretty embellishments. I only did 2. Number 1, with the ribbon on there, and I just didn't want it to be too much, and so I decided I'm just going to do 2. So the iced tea one's got the gold, this got the strawberry slush, same ribbon, same everything. I did emboss that one also for you guys, and gave you a lemon if you didn't I'm a iced tea person, so I love that one, but I love pink, so pink and green is a great color. So I'm giving you, I didn't want to buy, 10 more packs of this paper to come up with more of the lime drinks. And I thought, well, you know what? I love iced tea. I love the colors. I wanted to show off the tiger and the darling duckling. And so that worked out really nice. And with the gems, I was able to use the gold on this and then the strawberry slush on that one. So it kind of worked out nice. All right, there we go. So those are the projects. Finally made it here. I've been, oh, Dolores, I am sorry. Yeah, being sick is not fun. My husband got his 4th call in 2 days from a senior discount card place. He said to the lady, I left my underwear at your house. Can I come and get them? Finally, they hung up. Oh my gosh. My ex-father-in-law answered the door in his underwear one time because it was these people that just kept coming to his house. I don't remember if it was like Electrolux or I don't know what it was, but he put on these Star Spangled underwear and answered the door. I about died. All right. So that was project number 4. I'll show them all to you at the end, including the bonus one, but let's get our last bingo done. To the East Coast people, thank you so much for joining me. I know it's late for you guys. I really do try to kind of hurry today. I feel like I'm in slow motion, but thank you, thank you. I know it's hard when you have something you really want to do. Oh, it is. All right, let's go. Number 23. Good luck, everybody. This is the last bingo. Just so you know, on that last little box, you start out with 4 by 10 on your paper. And you score it 3.5, 4, 7.5, and 8. And you turn it clockwise. And then you score a 1/2 inch on both ends, both sides. All right, that gives you a head start. Right, Dolores? Number 17. Number 21. I'm not rushing because it's the last game. You guys know I wait for you guys to get the B-I-N-G. Number 26. Number 25. Tomorrow, I guarantee I will be sleeping in. But after this, tonight, I will be putting your kits together. Not your kits are together. Number 12, you're printing out your labels. If you did the pair class, which I showed at the beginning, so if anyone's interested, there are still a few kits left. Number 19, they will be mailed together. Oh, thank you, Deborah. You'll see the bonus project coming up soon. Next Wednesday, I believe. Number 20. Number 13. I do still have a couple, maybe 4 sets of these cards still available. If anybody wants them, just go below into the description and click on July Bingo and purchase that. And I will get these mailed out to you tomorrow. Number 8. Number 6. Lots of BIs and Bs still. Number 1. Number 30. Look at you, Dolores, coming in with a BIN. And Rose. Number 5. Oh, Rose has a BING. Number 10. Number 28. Number 15. Number 29. So the bonus card on this bingo was a card I've been thinking about since the beginning of time that I wanted to do. So I was really excited. And I used up some stash I had that's still current. Number 7. All right, we have a lot of BINs. Let's see. Rose has BING, Robin, Carol, Crystal, Marilyn all have, oh, and Deb all have BIN, but Cecilia is coming up with the BING now. Number 2. Ooh, Cecilia has a bingo. Let's check it out. Ooh, and you wanted to wait and not take the consolation prize. So let's check and see what we did here. 7, 17, 19, 25, and 29. Congratulations. Yay, it paid off to hold out for a bingo. You got bingo number 4. Yay! Congratulations! All right, so now we are going to show the projects, and I'll show project number 5 so everybody can see it. Congratulations to all the winners. I'm super excited. All right, so here is project 4. Oh, no, sorry. Here's 4. And 3, and 2, and 1. I hope you guys enjoyed bingo. See, now you can see this a little bit better with the shine on it. This, we embossed the whole thing on there. All right, so there are the bingo projects, and now I'm going to show you the bonus projects. So let's put these aside. Again, the kits are available for all of these. If you're interested, purchase the July bingo. And what did I do with it? Oh, here it is. And then for your project, so on Wednesday is going to be the pair class bonus project, which is, where is it? Uh-oh, I'm tumbling over here. So this is going to be the bonus project for my pair class. I showed the pair oops, if you're in the pair class and you don't want to see, look away. But I showed the projects all at the beginning of the video. So this is the bonus project for the pair class. And so this is what I'll be doing on Wednesday. Okay. And then on Sunday, I'll be doing this card for the bonus project, which is going to be this card. And so we've got some layering. We have some adhesive. So you're going to have adhesive on your purple, your Blackberry Bliss parts here. Yeah, it's Blackberry Bliss. Your purple parts here and on the word lovely. That is also going to have adhesive on it. Let's take a look here. We're going to have, so what I had in my stash is I had these postal pieces because I had done quite a bit of the purple with the postage stamps, right? So I wanted to do something with those that wasn't that perennial postage set we already had because I used it quite a bit. So when this came along, I was like, ooh, I'm going to layer this. And I used the purple, the sparkly shimmer paper. That's the ombre paper, and I used that, and so it kind of ties in with the pink and the purple with this, and it was just a fun with the brick background. And so I'll write all the supplies down. They should be listed below, actually, and I'm not sure I did if I posted this in the description below with the supplies, but it will be on the video when I do this. So anyway, that is going to be your bonus card. There's a lot of layering there with some adhesive and different things, but pretty much other than your sentiment, have that ready to go and you are good to go. So that is going to be your bonus project for bingo. So thank you so much, everybody, for being patient with me and me being all congested. I'm picking new numbers for next month. Well, if they weren't working this month, they might next month. But I've heard both people say, oh, I'm glad I changed my numbers. And then I've heard people say, I'm glad I didn't change my numbers. So, but good luck. All right. So don't forget, I still have a few of the pair class available. And August Bingo is open. So if you're interested in August Bingo, there's a link below. I do still have flat rate boxes going out to my customers that put in 100 plus orders. So even if you get free shipping, I am honoring that. So take care of yourself and buy something fun for yourself. And so then you'll get an extra box of goodies coming your way. All right, everybody. Yay. Thank you, Mary. I'm so glad you guys liked the projects. Thank you. I'm hoping to feel better. I'm going to finish your guys' labels right now and schedule your pickup for tomorrow, so your packages will be going out. The two-tone packages, as I mentioned, have already gone out. Somebody just got theirs today, so there's still a few out there, but they're on their way to you. And so be looking for those. People, you have to get them. It's jam-packed full of... Oh, yay, Marilyn. I'm so glad. I did see your comment about that, so I'm glad. Thank you, Margie. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic rest of your week. Don't forget, free shipping, even if you need your adhesive, some papers, some different things. We are... Okay, so we're going to see the new holiday stuff on the 30th. So if you wanted to get a few things to go with your holiday stuff, there are two sets that off the top of my head. One is with shaded spruce, which I'm definitely going to be using and possibly be my Christmas cards. Shaded spruce. And I think it has pecan pie in it. And maybe cloud cover. I don't know. Now there's another one that's gorgeous that's going to have garden green in it. And so I'm trying to give you a little bit of a hint on some colors, maybe a paper you might want to stock up on while it's free shipping. There's some black and white and gold that is stunning. So you might want some black and maybe some gold foil. And I'm trying to think of the other stuff. I'm sorry. There's a beautiful fall set. So as we talked about earlier, the Blackberry Bliss is definitely going to be one of my fall colors I'm going to be using. And I actually need to make sure I have a lot of that. So just those are some items that off the top of my head that I can think of. But I usually always go grab some reds, cherry cobbler, real red, and some greens, so that at least I know whatever the DSP I decide to choose on, I might have those colors in my stash already. So anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. I will see you on Sunday. Bye, everybody.